everyone. I hope you guys are doing well. Sorry for the delay. I have like no concept of time whatsoever. Like I woke up today and I thought it was Friday. My boyfriend was like, no babe, it's actually Thursday. So let's take a look and see what you guys have coming up. What can you expect? The gender of the cards don't matter. You may have to flip the roles as far as identifying who you are in this reading. Hit the like button. I'd really appreciate that. We have the Eight of Swords. So you had people trying to keep you stuck, bound, restricted. This was not just one person. This was like a group of people or like multiple people trying to attack you at once. And whatever these binds were, it was not something that you could see with the physical eye. However, someone who had a third eye or some sort of like spiritual ascension, they could see that you were under some sort of attack. But with the Eight of Swords, whoever these people were that were trying to keep you stuck, they were only successful for a period of time. They were only successful in causing you inner conflict, drama, possibly bringing you to the court system, for those of you that that's going to relate to. But you had a group of people that they could just see you minding your business, putting in work, time and effort, energy towards your hobbies, goals, whatever your job is as well. There's also going to be a shift in your job situation because there's someone sneaky or conniving. This could be a boss figure who low-key embezzles or doesn't pay the correct wages to their employees. I feel like with the Seven of Swords, you have a tendency of attracting people that are just sneaky and conniving in some way. They pretend to be something that they're not. And this is something that you had to overcome. You've had to learn and study people, study their behavioral patterns to see, hi everyone, I hope you guys are doing well, to see exactly what they were into. And once you studied whatever happened in the past, it's like you've been in the energy of going down memory lane and combing through things in detail, and you've now seen everything that you missed in the past. At the bottom of this deck, we have your friends cannot be trusted. I'm not even trying to use that yet, but that's also going to resonate in this situation because you have people that just take from you, whether they take energy, sex, money, time, your effort. They waste your time so that you can't progress and can't invest into your own situations. This is something that you had to overcome because you were blinded in some way, looking at things from a glass half full perspective, maybe even having rose-colored glasses on. But whatever this indecision phase that you were in, you've now come out of it because you've decided to put yourself first. And the people that wanted to keep you in this position, whatever boomerang effect that they wanted to happen to you, they're now left in this energy of confusions and illusions. So the people that thought that by leaving you, they were going to gain some sort of accolades or gain money or a relationship, this is now what they have: stress, havoc. They can't sleep at night because they're now reliving everything that they put you through in your shoes. So remember that sorrow and misery that you were in the past that took you so long to come out of, that level of depression. Imagine being in both parts of the scenario where you're the victim and you're the perpetrator at the same time. That's what this person is going through, reliving it every single day for the next 9 months. They're going to be tortured by their own actions, and that's what they don't consider, is that the same demons that they summoned to attack you in some way are the same demons that are going to be ricocheted right back to them. And with the Seven of Cups, you have access to forbidden knowledge or just knowledge that's not easily accessible to people. Because if you look at this man back here, he's also sitting in front of like a library or a bookshelf that has infinite amount of knowledge. And this could have been your test. Your initiation was you had to be put in a den full of demons to see how is this person going to remove themselves from the scenario. Are they going to succumb to the dark magic just like the other person is doing and retaliate? Or are they going to take the higher road and remove themselves from the scenario, even though they know that whatever is going on, it's misfortune, it's something that's unjustified to you. And because in a way you almost snuck away, this is like you ghosting in a way. You ghosting this situation that was, there was a plot or a plan that was in store. You were with somebody or you were connected to someone that was impulsive, in and out, inconsistent. Yes, they may have been warm and charming, brave, fearless even, but this person was hot-tempered. They had a tendency of like changing jobs or constantly being in new relationships or only maintaining relationships for a specific amount of time. This is someone who's known to not have healthy relationships with the opposite sex. So if you know someone in your life and they don't have some form of like intimate relationship with the opposite sex that's just platonic, then that's automatically going to flag a situation that you should focus on, because with the Knight of Wands, this may have been someone who was like hypersexual, so they made all of their decisions based off of lust and passion and whatever they felt in the moment, and they never actually sat through to think about the consequences until you came along, because this person lost you. So now that they don't have access to the individual that most likely showed them what love is, because in this person's eyes, it's almost as if they're playing some sort of victim mentality role. If this was a group of people that gang stalked you and you stayed away from them, they expected you to come crawling back, and because you haven't, they've now reflected, and they've been put in the same scenario with the Eight of Swords that they tried to put you in, and you got away from them. Look, I feel I do not deserve you. They knew these people were insecure internally, and they just projected that onto you. And there may even be a situation where there may be tests that are needed, but with clearing work and cord cutting, some of you may need to take baths, like sea salt baths, Epsom salt baths, and just pray, because at the bottom of the deck here as well, I just split it in half. We have I want to control you. So these are the type of people that will try to control you through any means. Like abusive people, once you let go of them and they no longer have a hold on you, they'll try to go through your friends, your family members, sweet talk them, because they refuse to do the shadow work. You've already done the shadow work. Yes, it took you time to release this situation. All you've been asking them is to leave you alone. That's all you want, is to just continue on your path, to be left alone, because all these people did was use you when it benefited them. And when you woke up to that, when you realized you were just being used, you were like, okay, well, I'd rather just continue on my path single, mind my own business, independent, than be with people who use me, abuse me. And once you removed yourself, that's when these individuals came in with a love offer or an apology, because we do have how can I mend your broken heart, or this is what's going to come in the future. But this is just a test to see, are you going to clear and cut whatever cords you had to these attachments in the past, because you are tied to an incubus or succubus spirit. So it doesn't matter how nice they are at face value. It doesn't matter how good the sex is. It doesn't matter whether this is ties to family members. There's something attached to this specific person or group of people that wants you gone in a way. And we also have can't talk, I'll reach out soon. So continue pushing forward. They don't love you like I do. There's someone that's going to come in and try to plead their case about how much they've invested in you. I just feel heavy reverse psychology vibes in this reading, because I'm kind of getting slightly confused, but I know what the storyline is, so I can understand the energy, and it's hard to get out of this scenario, especially if this is friends or family members that you've been around for a while and you don't have any other support system. You may think that it's difficult to continue on your own, but you do have support. It may be angelic support. It may not be support that you can see at face value, but look at everything that you've gained from this point. Four of Wands, stability coming into your life, new home, new car, Ace of Pentacles, new relationships, commitments, even commitments to jobs. These are all brand new beginnings from the universe that you've earned. And it's all in the process of coming to you. All you have to do is choose yourself and continue taking the path forward. If you've been doing the same thing for like 8-9 months and it's become redundant and boring and you just feel stagnant, it's because you've outgrown whatever you've been doing. And it's time for you to take a leap of faith towards something else and take that risk and know that the universe is going to help you follow through. But you do have to release any emotional baggage, such as like anger or rage, hate, based off of what you went through in the past, because it's all a lesson and you've grown. You've become the divine feminine, the embodiment of that, or the divine masculine, depending on if you're male or female. And with Temperance, you've gained a new balance of equilibrium in your life that you've probably never had up until this point. But to continue on this path forward, just know that the butterflies in the stomach is not a good sign. I don't know who patented that to make that seem like that was a good thing, but I feel like that's your gut's way of telling you, hey, this person, they're not on your vibration, and they're most likely manipulating you in some way. We also have the King of Cups, which is all about emotional beginnings, attracting people that are spiritual, open, enlightened, just like you. This is what you're attracting into your life, whether it's a new friends group because you are feeling lonely, or you don't have people that are on your vibration. Everything that your heart is asking for, it's being heard. Just know any delays that are happening is because you still have sneaky, conniving people that want you left out in the cold in your environment in some way. And until you remove these blockages in some way, you're not going to receive these blessings, because the universe doesn't want people reaping the blessings that you work so hard for, especially knowing what they've been doing behind your back, things that you haven't seen. So just pay attention to anytime you're around certain people and you just lose money. It's like you go out and you spend easily 100, 150, 200 in a day, as opposed to when you're usually by yourself and there's nothing spent. That's a sign that whoever you're connected to, they're not investing or putting at least their end on whatever task or event that you have in store. Because with the Seven of Swords, these are people that are taking from you and leaving breadcrumbs and bare minimum at the bottom, when you could be associated with people that are actually on your level that will protect you instead. And it's just a matter of knowing your worth, because if you have a certain standard and you see red flags, like, you're automatically going to remove yourself from that situation immediately. You're not even going to entertain it. So if you entertain it, then that's a sign that you're holding on to that situation because you feel like you can't get something better, or you feel like, wow, I've been alone for so long, like, I might as well just take this. No, baby, don't settle. We're not settling. So let's see. Great fortune. Yeah, exactly. Great fortune is on its way to you. If it's not here already, it's just a matter of when and where, because you have karmic males. Specifically for my ladies, you attract gold digging men, hobosexuals who don't have a place to live, or they don't have really any plan in store for their future. So they see you as someone who's bright and has no baggage, and they feel like, wow, this is the perfect person to feed and mooch off of. And they may ride on your coattail and pretend to be Prince Charming, pretend to be everything that you're not. And once you build that foundation, they go and finish that structure off for someone else. So pay attention to anyone that may try to be sneaky and conniving, users, abusers. And there's someone at a distance from you, whether it's emotional distance or physical distance, that wants to reach out, but this person already knows that they burnt the bridge with you. Some of you, this is like a child's father or mother. Others of you, this is just someone that already has children, or they're just childish, even if they're in their 30s, 40s, and 50s. You may have shared a house with this person or envisioned some sort of future, but instead, you brought nothing but happiness and joy to this group of people, and all they caused you was stress, havoc, anxiety, digestive problems even, especially if you have Cancer or Virgo placements in your chart. That rules the stomach area. And anytime you feel uneasy around people, that's your guts and your intuition's way of telling you these people are not on your frequency. Like, abort mission. Remove yourself from wherever you are. And with bad health and false person, this is your downfall. People that pretend to be your friend and pretend to be on your side, but really they're just here to cause chaos and drama. And there's this, I don't know if it's called Misery. There's this there's this movie where this guy gets his, I don't know, Misery, I think that's the movie. Anyways, with pathway and courtship, you're finding your way towards people that are genuine. Like, if you look at this man closely, he's deeply in love with this woman. Like, this is not someone who's going to go off and have third parties and cheat and lie. And you can flip that around if you're a male. And this is what you're deserving of. So if you don't have someone giving you your undivided attention and they make you feel uneasy and you have to wonder how they feel about you, you have to question yourself, their actions isn't clear to you, then that's a clear sign that they don't want to be associated with you, or that, you're just being strung along. So it's also your lesson to use your discernment and not allow yourself to be used. This is my essential messages deck. If you want to purchase, the link is below. Let's see. Yeah, incubus, succubus spirit. These could be people that have like secret children, like children that they just breed and leave behind. Weird. I do this with everyone. No hard feelings. Exactly. It's just a character flaw. So just be aware of people that have character flaw issues, because you're an empath. It's like you tend to see the best in everyone. However, some people are just not worth that energy. There's better people to invest in. Additional messages for the collective. Growth. Interesting. Everything we've been talking about. Yeah, you've been growing past a certain amount of people, growing past a certain situation. success. Whatever you put your mind and effort into is going to bring success as long as you're consistent. But you do also have to decide what this is, because at times you do have to step out of your comfort zone or level. Those of you that have been thinking about moving, whether it's city, state, country, this may be your sign that you should continue on with that path, because there's changes happening whether you like it or not. And these changes could even be induced by pain or trauma. But whatever you went through in the past, it brought you to where you are now. And find ways to release that anger in a healthy way, whether it's kickboxing or throwing glass plates outside, whatever it may be. Just don't try to retaliate and channel this anger towards anyone else, because I feel like with confidence, you attract people that have this like ego and facade, because you see through them. But these people are after your abundance. What they see is that, wow, this is someone who's just so lucky. They just have a nice car or a nice place to live, or this is someone who just has a genuine heart. And they don't see your soul. They just see your material, your material values and aspects. And you're somebody who has strength. Maintain your level of mystery. If you've been wanting to get off social media, this is your sign that you should do that. If not, don't tell people your future plans until it's like executed. Until you have some sort of signature on the dotted line, do not tell people your plans. I don't care if it's your mom, your friend, because I can feel the negativity and the downplaying that's put on your projects, especially when you're excited about something and you try to go off and tell someone thinking that they're going to support you. They're not going to support you, because they can see that you're far going to surpass them, and they want to suppress you. Yeah. Be aware of that. Secret haters that are family, because some of you are born into karmic family members that have never really wanted you to succeed, that have seen your brilliance since you were a child. I don't know, somebody tells me to stop using that deck. But yeah. So that's the energy I'm picking up on. Anything else that you guys need to know before I let you go? Queen of Pentacles in reverse. You have a tendency of attracting like people that are evil. I think this may be because you are a healer, or you have healing qualities. You attract people that have never had like a mother or father figure, or someone that they could really trust as a support system. And instead of them reciprocating that energy to you, they go off and try to sneak off and build with someone else. And with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, in the upright as well, anyone that came in and try to destroy your foundation, anyone that came in and took off with any of your money that was for you and your families, all of that is going to be restored in some way or another, whether it's through accidents, because sometimes that happens where you take someone's money and you go build with it, whether you buy a car or invest in a house, and all of that comes plummeting down. And just as I said house, the Ace of Wands with this palace in the background. So you guys are meant for fortune. You could have had a past life where you ruled, but with the King of Swords, your ancestors and your guardians are pissed because of what has happened to you. Yes, they've had to sit through and watch, but they did try to give you pointers and signs that you may have been deterred in the wrong way. But any collaborations that you put in with good intentions and people backstabbed you, this Knight of Wands energy again. So this could have been someone that had heavy fire placements in their chart. If not, they were just fiery and very passionate. And this person continuously did you wrong over and over and over again. Every time you gave them a second chance, they took that and ran with it. This could have been someone that even had secret children behind your back, tried to sleep with your friends or your family members, someone that just like spread your word, gossiped, lied about you behind your back, and the truth is finally coming to light. And it may have taken time, but it is finally here, and you could get apologies that are long overdue. And these apologies may not be straightforward. It just may come in the form of people trying to reconcile with you, maybe even sending you petty gifts. They said petty. Not sure why, but let's see what these past people want to tell you. If you'd like to purchase this, the link is in the description box below. This is my Truthful Messages deck. Okay. If I can't have you, then no one can. Yeah, you're dealing with some, I don't know, these people are just insane from the past. It's like now that they realize that whatever they left you for or whatever situation they thought was better, now that they realize that they've been tricked in some way, it's like they don't want you to move on. They wanted to keep you in this cage until they were ready, and you ended up releasing yourself or releasing yourself from any mental restrictions that were put on you, and now they're in this rage episode. So be aware of any abusive people. If you take me back, I'm just going to play you again once your guard is down completely. So yeah, these are people that haven't changed. They're just manipulative. When they talk about you, I just stay quiet instead of defending your name. I'm a coward. So you were dealing with people that were just cowards. They wouldn't even stand up for their own children or themselves. Even, I wish we could start over without all the heartbreak and pain, but that doesn't mean they don't have regret. But regret is different than remorse, because if they felt remorseful for what they did, they would have changed behavior. Instead, these people are telling you, like, once you let your guard down, like, I'm just gonna F you. Once again, stop spying. You're going to find what you're looking for, and it's going to sting. Now, for some of you, these people know that you're into tarot or you're spiritual in some way, and they are trying to give you that warning, like, if you keep spying, you're gonna find out something that is going to hurt you. However, you already know all of this. I'm just confirming it for you. And it's not the right time. Live your life and date freely. We'll be back together soon. So this person has faith that you will reconcile in some way, even if it's just in a platonic way where you guys are in the same room, communicating. And I did something I'm ashamed of, and I'm scared you'll find out and look at me differently. Some of you may have been dealing with, like, I don't know, I just heard murderers, and you wouldn't even know behind closed doors. People that have done some things that they don't want being brought to the surface, and that's what this person is saying. Is like, I may have did something in the past that I'm ashamed of, and I'm scared that you look at me differently. This may be a secret that their close family members friends have been keeping quiet. This may have been why you always felt left out. And I don't understand how we even got here. Everything was just fine. So this person is secretly, like, delusional. There may have been an ex that came into the picture, but once this person returned to an ex, then, and they realize that they have been played, there's an energy of this person being sold a dream, just like they sold you. And whatever this betrayal was that they went through, it was 10 times worse what you went through. This person possibly lost all of their money, accolades, for example, like giving their money to someone that they thought that they were building with, and this person just ghosting them and taking all of their money and building it with someone else, which is possibly what happened to you if in this case. But just know that they're reaping karma. Any past people that deserted you and felt like things were going to be easy, it's not. We have Six of Wands. Yes, are you meant to have success, victory, recognition, regardless of what that is? With the Hermit energy, sorry about that, my daughter. This is all about retreating, going within. You may have found out that in the past someone was possibly lying to you, cheating on you, ghosting you, and you found this out through your intuition or your guides. But just know that they got played 10 times worse what they did to you, and they found out that whoever they left you for had another lover who they had this Bonnie and Clyde role with all along. So the job of the third party and their true love in this sense was to milk people for their money and accolades, as many people as they could, and go and build off like a house or maybe go to an island. And this this person happened to be like their victim, unfortunately. So this person lost twice, not just you, but they lost on whatever role or path they thought was going to be better than you, because it was a plot or plan all along. And that's the karma. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing in the end. Shadow things that you can work on. Obsessiveness. So this person could have triggered obsessiveness within you because you felt like you needed to find answers. So the best way to rid yourself of obsessive thoughts is to write down what you were obsessing over. Realize that it's just something that is emotionally draining you. And once you address it and not throw it underneath the rug, that's when it will actually be brought to the forefront and dealt with once and for all. And one more that we have is, well, okay, three more. We have envy. So you trigger envy in other people. And if you do feel the energy of envy, remind yourself that no one has it all. It's okay to celebrate others' successes. You truly are good enough, as well as some of you may be resisting change. And as ask yourself why you are not wanting change. Look at the positive side of all changes. And the last thing is knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darkness of other people. And I honestly think that's true. So like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment. I really appreciate you guys' support. I hope you have a good night. Bye.